Good evening and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Temba Madima. This evening we are chatting to Reynard Strauss. So we're going to have a good chat with him. Hope you guys are doing well. It's Monday, beginning of a new week. And I hope you guys are having a good one. He's a hurdler, up and coming athlete, one for the future, still a young bambino. As I would say, 18 years old. But it's going to be a good one. Good evening, everybody. Amy Nodia, I see you. Carly Smith, welcome. Shelly, I see you. Good day, South Africa. Hope you guys are doing well. Good to have you on. Remember, make sure to send through your questions. And yeah, let's have a good chat. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm your host, Temba Madima. This is BackChat. Coming straight to you. I see Straussy is on. We're gonna get going. Yeah. Good evening, and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Temba Madima. Reynard, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks, and you, Temba?
Super, man. I'm good. Thanks for coming on. Good to have you here, and yeah, good to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Otherwise, how you doing? How have you been, man? Training. How are you? How is Reynard Strauss?
Well, I'm good. Training's been good.
Yeah.
I'm training alone, but it's still good. It's still for me, it's fun to train
Yeah.
athletic. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, man. It's all about the love, man. You keep it
Yeah,
simple. You keep it beautiful. You know.
yeah, exactly.
I see Amy Nadia saying hi, very excited for this one. Thanks, Amy. Shelly is also waving at us. Welcome, guys. I see some more people have jumped in here. We've got Athletic for Amal. Michael Skuman is in here. Van der Merwe, Petri, welcome. Vilmarie Kalitz. Good evening, Athletic for Amal. We see you. Michael Skuman, Francois Josling, Zander Tulani. We've got Vian and Zandile. Yeah, Zay. Welcome, guys. Thanks. Oh, Selonica as well. Thanks for joining in, guys. Yeah, we're going to have a good one. You guys know Reynard is always full of energy. So we're going to have a lekker one. All right, man. We're going to get started. I'm going to do an introduction so that people know exactly who we are dealing with. Man, you're still a bambino, man. And I mean, your athletics career is like, it's like it literally just started. It feels like it just started. So it's exciting times ahead, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm looking forward to the future and what the future is holding in for me.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, with us this evening, we've got Reynard Strauss. He is, listen carefully, some big stuff, sweet and short, sweet and powerful. He is the African under 18 championships 110-meter gold medalist. He's the SA under 18 champion as well in the 110-meter hurdles, as well as the SA schools 110-meter gold medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Reynard Strauss.
Thank you.
Like I said, man, short, powerful CV, man. What
Short
you've
and
been able to
powerful.
achieve in the past 2 years. I mean, it's just the past 2 years where you literally showed yourself on the scene and said, listen, guys, I'm here and I'm here to make my mark.
Yeah, it hasn't been easy throughout injuries and stuff, but then suddenly I just broke through and it was my season. And I mean, you never know. I just ran one race and for the first time in essays at essays. So yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me still? There we go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yo, my connection these days, man, is really horrible. But I hear you, man. Like, you know, I firmly believe this, man. I say, man, it takes one race to change your life forever, man. So that's what we are seeking every single day. That's why you get to training. That's why you go through
Yeah,
the struggles of training, the challenges of training. and everything. It's for that one opportunity that you're gonna get. And when you get that opportunity, you just have to make sure you're ready to take it, you know?
Yeah, exactly like that.
Exactly like that. I see there's some shout outs from Parkies, Menlo Park. Obviously, Menlo Park will be in the building supporting. Welcome,
Yeah.
Zander. I see Andrea is here as well. It's that Checo is in here. It's your boy. Naeem Jack is here. Kicks the high jumper. Kylan van der Westhuizen is here. Remy. I am Minette. Linela Buskachni. I am Minette Roberts. And I am Temba Madima. Let's do this. So, man, let's talk. Like I said, this is just a chat. It's not an interview. I'm not a journalist. So, when did you know like hurdles is something that you want to do? Was it always something you've always like pursued, or how did the story begin?
Yeah, so it's actually an interesting story. My dad did hurdles in high school and everything.
Okay.
And then my sister also started doing in primary school.
Yeah.
She started doing hurdles and for it. And our primary school 1 week and stuff. And then I decided just to go over it. I mean, I was in I think grade two, when I went over my first hurdle. And that's
Yeah.
where it all began. That's why I just started to love it. Because I can remember, always flipped the hurdles over, and then this one time I put on the lowest height, but for that time it was high, and I made it over. I went to go call my dad. I was like, "Dad, you need to see this." I just did that, and like every day when I train hurdles, I remember that moment. I remember the joy I had, the smile I had, and just that I wanted to share that passion to my family. And that's why I still love the sport.
Yeah.
And I think I can train every day. I can train hard every day. It can kill me, but I'll still love the sport because of that one moment that made me smile.
I always say, man, you have to. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you have to hold on to like the essence of what you do it. Somebody was talking
Mm,
about your why. Why do I do it? Let me tell
yeah.
you something, man. You're 18 years old. You're still gonna get a lot of moments where it's gonna be challenging. You're gonna feel like, what,
Mm,
I don't want to do this, and there'll be many more beautiful moments where you're like, this is why I go through, all the pain and challenges so that I can get to this very moment. So it's a beautiful journey. You just have to trust the process and take it as it comes.
mm. Yeah, you have to trust the process and put your trust in God because He's the one leading you towards your goal. If
Yeah.
you are willing to put in the work.
Hallelujah. So next up, we have to play a game. It's called 30 Seconds. Let me just do a few shout outs. I see Larry Tino's in here. Oh, Nico Bacchus is in the house. Common Creek, Johan Van Lok, Sanele, Noma, Ziane, Michale, Posile is here. Kayla House, Dane Stolls, Intam Fumi. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, we're going to get started soon. First, let's play a game. It's called 30 Seconds. What's in the bag? What is in the bag?
Ooh.
The person that was Amy Nodia was the closest. She got 17, as well as Nolene Conrad at 17. But Nicole Lowe, sitting nice and comfortable in the United States of America on 18. Let's
Yep.
see what you got, man. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Because I have a spikes, earphones, towel, extra pair of socks, protein shake, banana, warm-up band,
Let's go.
umbrella,
Yeah.
a running shirt, deodorant, a roller. I don't know if I said earphones,
Yeah.
extra pair of socks, water,
Yeah.
a race number, the pins,
Come on.
my phone, my wallet, my lip ice,
Yeah. Yeah.
a dry shirt.
Time.
Uh,
Hey, 19, Baba.
yo,
Ladies and gentlemen, pew, pew,
yo,
pew, 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 pew. We have a new record. My man.
yeah, yeah. I have a lot of things in my bag actually, especially
Man,
bands.
well done, man. Leo, 19 is the new record. You are the BackChat world record holder. No,
Oh,
cool, man.
feels
So
good.
19 is where it sits. Okay, now this is gonna be a good night, man. You see, when it starts like this, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a good night. All right, all right, all right.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
The
I'm
energy is
excited,
here.
man. I'm excited. Okay, so obviously, like you said, it hasn't been an easy journey, but I mean, like you're still young. I mean, this year you only turned 18. Last year you were youth, and the year before that. So let's talk about your first experience of running at SA Championships. What was that like, and what have you learned about competing in South Africa?
Yeah, I've actually learned a lot of stuff throughout, especially last year. Like every
Yeah,
year, I just go to essays. It's for me, I just want to medal. And last year when I finally got a medal and it was gold, I just looked back to the journey and that's where I realized I never stopped working hard, and that's the thing that all athletes should know. Because
yeah,
if I stopped last year just before my first race, I couldn't I didn't I wouldn't have my year.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why you should never stop working. That's what I've
yeah,
actually the biggest lesson ever. And also last year at African, I also saw that anything can happen. I
yeah.
mean, I had the worst start and still finished first with a lot of effort, but that just made me realize that, I mean, anything can happen, but it's how you finish the race that makes you the winner. It's not how you
Absolutely.
start. Everybody starts different, but
Yeah.
it's about who finished the strongest, and who just kept on going and never gave up.
Absolutely, man. I mean, like, yeah, exactly what you're saying. Like that's why you never know. Like, and the thing is, with sport and with life, everything is all about moments and
Mm,
timing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We've got different moments, we've got different timing, and it doesn't always happen the same way. I mean, I think most of us would have wanted to be world champions and world record holders at the age of 15 or 16 or whatever. It's not always possible. It's not reality.
Mm,
Sometimes you just have to, like you said, stick to what you're doing. Never stop working hard. I mean, like,
mm.
you can't stop. Excellence has no day off. So that's sound advice, man.
Yeah.
Sound advice. So let's talk about Africa. Um, so this is it's your first time competing internationally, yeah?
Yes.
So tell us about that experience. Obviously, competing in Cote d'Ivoire, known as Ivory Coast, the home of Didier Drogba. Uh, Talk about that experience. How was it, like, from the traveling to Cote d'Ivoire, the whole experience, so that those who will
Mm.
get an opportunity to do it as well will have an understanding of it.
Yeah, it was actually a nice experience.
Yeah,
It's not like I, I can say, world class experience, but it's still experience I've never experienced before.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I knew there was a hotter place than South Africa, but I mean,
yeah,
Ivory Coast is, I mean, on top, but the climate there is, it was very warm, and even your warm up is different. I mean,
it's Africa.
you are just stretching, and then you're sweating like you've jumped into a puddle of water or something. And it drains your energy
It's
like really
Africa,
fast.
Baba.
Yeah, I mean, so it was it was an experience I've never experienced before. But that just makes me stronger for the next experience. Um, and then the race, I mean, wearing the SA clothes, I mean, you feel proud.
Yeah.
I've never felt that much adrenaline before before a race. Especially last year, I learned to control the adrenaline and
Yeah.
my stress before a race, but there I couldn't. It just went out of my control. But it's my first one, so I just let it go, and I knew it's going to be like that. I mean, it's different when you're standing behind the blocks with your country's badge on your heart, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's amazing experience. It's and the team was also, we had fun. We made every moment fun. Um, yeah, and there was never a dull moment with that team, definitely.
Man, that's amazing. That's the type of that's the type of response and the type of answers you need to hear. I mean,
Mhm.
that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, I mean, the privilege of being able to like represent your country.
Yeah,
It's a national duty. I've got my army colors here as well. I'm ready to go to war at any time. Just don't
yeah.
call me. Maybe in 2030, but just not
So,
now. But I mean, I'll be ready if they do need me. But I mean, it's that type of responsibility and that type of
mm,
pride and that type of what is the word I'm looking for? The type of pride in your country that you need to have.
yeah,
So yeah, man, that's what we want to hear, and it's good to hear that. And I think it's important that you keep that type of energy and that
mm,
humility and humbleness about competing at an international level.
yes, yeah. No, I've been told that a lot. I mean, yeah, wearing a badge is a privilege. You worked hard to wear that badge, and you need to stay grounded.
Yeah. Oh, let's do some shout outs. I see Nicole Lowe is in the building. Nicole, Reynard just broke your record. He got 19. Your record of of 18 was broken by one after I don't know how many weeks of dominating. So thank you, Nicole, for setting the bar so high. Let's see if somebody will break 19 now. Nico Stradam, Lizette van Wyk, Ruben Lowe, we see you. Mama of a track athlete, welcome. Stylo, who else? Charlize, Carla, Harumsa. Yo, I'm not gonna get to everybody. I know a lot of people are gonna come in and out as we're going, but thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys. Shanique Brown, Tendai, Danielle Potgieter. I see Eki Strauss is in here as well. So welcome.
Another
uh,
Strauss in the house.
yeah, another Strauss in the house. That rhymes. Okay, so your role model. Who was your role model? Or who is your role model? In athletics or
Yeah,
whatever.
I got actually like three role models.
Yeah,
Um, the one is my sister, definitely.
yeah.
She's been through many, many, many injuries, and still she's trying to get back on track. And I mean, you don't get that these days. You just get
Mm-hmm.
one injury and they want to leave
Stop.
the sport.
Yeah.
I mean, she got injuries from grade 9 or something, and she's 22 now, and she's still trying to get on track again.
Oh, of course, she's young, man.
Um,
She's young.
yeah, so she's still trying, and that motivates me every day. And
Yeah.
also definitely my dad. My dad, he's a hard worker. He doesn't push me very hard, but he pushed me when he sees I'm not gonna push myself, and he
Yeah.
sees the potential where I can grow. And then the last one, it just have to be Arias Merritt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he is the world record holder, but
Yeah.
besides that, he went through 2015. He went through a surgery,
Yeah.
and he came back and he started working hard again.
Yeah.
And that you also don't see these days anymore. I mean, he did it for the love of the sport. He came
Uh,
back. He didn't care what the people say about him. He could finish last, but he's still there enjoying his moment. And still, I mean, to run at that moment, at that high level, and you just came out of an surgery, it's it's amazing. But yeah, the hard work he put in is it's just amazing.
awesome stuff, man. Those are good role models to have. You got your sister, you got your pops, and yeah, a world record holder. You can't go wrong. Oh, I
Yeah,
see Colin Murauzi is in the building. Oh, Jane Tipo, all the way from New Zealand, is in the building. Who else do we have here? Anne Rattenbach, we see you. Christelle Greiling. Yeah, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Ayo 1565 4321 is in here. and Itidi Maleng is in here as well. All right, here's a question from Atletic for Amo. He is asking, which international 110 athlete are you looking up to, Strauss? I think you answered that when you talked about merit.
Yeah, definitely married.
Okay,
Definitely
cool,
married.
cool.
But
That one,
if I had to choose, another one, it will
yeah.
definitely also be Pascal from
Oh,
France.
yeah.
He also, I mean, he has been on and off, but he is also still working hard for the love of the sport, and that's what athletics is about for me.
Absolutely. So here's a simple question. It shouldn't be hard to answer. Why hurdles? Like, why did you choose? Why hurdles and not any other sport? You know, what is it about hurdles that makes it so unique to all the other track sports? I know you hurdlers are always like together. You work together. You're all friendly and amongst each other in South Africa. So why hurdles?
Yeah, that's actually an easy question for me because I mean hurdles, it's tough. It's not easy, if everybody could have done it, everybody would have done it.
Yeah,
And like I said, when I was small, I had the joy and I still enjoy it. And I still look back at that joy. And it's it's obstacles for me, that I have to overcome, that I have to find ways to get better in, to get that obstacles. And I mean, hurdles you can compare to real life with obstacles. You need to find a
yeah,
way to get past it, to get over, over it. And hurdles has taught me so many things. To get up when you fall, and I mean, you fall a lot in hurdles, even if it's in
yeah,
training or in a race, you fall a
yeah,
lot. And especially when I tore my hamstring over the hurdle, there also I realized that even in an obstacle, it could go wrong, but at the right time. Um,
yeah.
I mean, now what I saw that the year have in for me, I was actually happy it was this year, not last year. So that's the thing. It's the timing was actually perfect, but at that
Yeah,
moment I didn't realize it because I mean we didn't know about what's going to happen.
exactly.
And that's what hurdles teaches you. So
Yeah.
it's not just for me another run. It's for me a lesson in every life lesson.
Okay, cool. I want to get to that question. Uh, with regards to, what are some of like the most important lessons you've learned from track and field? Like, I think you've already mentioned, but I mean, if you could just break it down to two things that you've learned from track and field, what would it be?
Definitely to never give up. I know I've
Yeah,
said that's a lot, but this is really one thing I've learned because in the past I was always the one that when something went wrong, I just gave up. It was
yeah,
I
yeah,
said to myself, it's not for me, you know, because also that track and field, not every race goes your way. I mean, it's
uh,
all about what's on the day and everything, and that's the thing about never giving up. It's just
uh,
not the time. It's just not the day it should have been
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
And I think the other thing would be respect for
yeah,
for everybody. I mean, you're on the track, busy warming up, then I look around and see everybody is working hard. And
uh,
that I have respect for them. And I mean, at Techies, you have that guys that I mean is running, but they don't have legs. I mean that inspiring. That also motivates me every single training session. To see how much they are doing, and then you get people not doing anything, and yeah, that's that's it.
yeah, man. Absolutely. I mean, what you're saying is 100% on it. It's all about not giving up,
Hmm.
as well as, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all about timing. Let's talk about this. Obviously, high school athletics is quite competitive. I mean, if I look at an athletic season, a full athletic season in South Africa for an high school athlete, I mean, there's the top 10, there's the whatever bonds, then there's Puma School of Speed, and then it's SA schools, nationals. a lot of competition, you know, that I mean I think it's a good thing because the level of competition is what brings out the best of out of you and so on. But this year, without the competitions, without as much competitions, what has been like? Obviously, now turning 18, there's other factors that become important in your running, like gym work and you know taking care of your injuries and all those things. Well, what are some of the things that you've had to work on, you know, to make sure that you know you become a better athlete? No, you know, it's not only about sprinting. There's other things that have to come in play as well. You know, what are you focusing on?
Yeah, so definitely this year after the injury, I started gymming like for the first time actually.
Yeah,
So yeah, I was never strong enough. I was running, I had a lot of power and stuff, but never strong enough to finish the race strong. I always started
yeah,
hard. My power got me through the first four hurdles, and then I started working my speed and my endurance because every year on Gauteng and everything, I was in front, and then at the fifth hurdle, just everybody catches up with me, and that's where I lose the race.
yeah.
So I started working on that. And yeah, all the competitions, it just made me stronger.
Mm,
Sometimes you felt tired. You felt like you can't do this anymore, but yet you had to stand up and just go do it. And I think that's also where I got my endurance from.
mm,
The way that, I mean, your muscles were tired, so you had to learn to pace yourself and learn to work with your muscles. And I mean, JJ, he knows me. He always told me to go run a 200 meter. At that time, I was like, I'm not a 200 meter sprinter, but now I see he really
yeah,
meant good for me.
yeah,
I mean, if it wasn't for that 200 meters, my endurance maybe wasn't that good that last year. So yeah, like I said, everything happens for a reason, you know.
yeah, absolutely. Big up to JJ. I know
Mm,
obviously coaches and yeah, you know, I know you work with Coach T, and you guys have a fierce like sprinting group, you know. And I
mm.
mean, I think your speed has been one of the biggest things that let you be able to run faster in the competitions and so on. So that's amazing. I see Nico Stadium says Straussy, South Africa backs you 100%. We love you. You're a legend, Straussy. That's just a comment from Nico Stadium. I see Tidi Maleng says, Hola, gents. Thanks, guys. I see there's a question as well here. Let me take it. It's that Checo says, Strauss, I want to ask, how do you keep yourself motivated knowing there are no races coming up?
Well, at this point, like I said, I just get programs from my coach and everything. So I'm alone. So it actually helps me to clear my head. Um, so, like I said, athletics, I love it. That's why I'm still doing it. And I can train every day without a coach, without anybody, sorry, telling me something or, you know. It's because I love the sport, and I always just look at other people training, working
Mm,
hard for their goal, and that motivates me.
mm,
Like, yeah, the way that other people works for their goal, that's the motivation for me to also go after my goal, work as hard as they are doing, and yeah, never give up. And it's also, like I said, the love for the sport. I will never leave athletics. Like a day, if I don't train, I get irritated with myself.
yeah, man. For the love of athletics, man. You know, when you talk about the love of athletics, man, you're right there. You're speaking my language, man.
Mm,
Man, I love the sport. You know,
it's
and
amazing.
seeing up and coming athletes. And I mean, I think that was the main reason for BackChat, you know, for us to
Mm,
continue having conversations with, you know, young athletes, up and coming athletes, uh, legends, you know, bringing in the legends as well, hearing what they say. And, you know, this is meant to help anybody who watches to become a better athlete. Number one, to understand what it takes to be a good athlete, what is going on in the mind of an athlete that is, you know, performing well or wanting to perform. You know, it's very important. Okay, let's ask this
mm.
question. Your time is flying. I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. Um, so when it comes to, obviously there's a trend of South African athletes running in South Africa and then also getting scouted and going into America as well, and something like that. Uh, are you interested in something like that? Running overseas versus running in South Africa.
Um, it was always my dream to go overseas, and because the coaching there is just amazing. But as I grew up, and just read more of athletes going overseas, I actually saw that overseas there's so many athletes. I don't know how they choose the international team. And then also, as I grew on Tikkies, there's more and more every day. There's a coach coming and just like bringing the overseas techniques. So the athletics in South Africa is growing, and that's what I love. So
Yeah,
for me, I always wanted to go overseas, but for now I'm staying, um, just to see if my coach can get me to Olympics and to that world record and everything, because I trust in him. In less than a year, he brought my time almost the second down, and
yeah.
that's amazing in hurdles. So for now, I'm staying in South Africa. Um, I'm gonna study here. I've been asked this question a lot. I've been thinking a lot. And yeah, like if I get a scholarship to Tennessee or Texas, I would go. Definitely go. I won't hold back because I know the coaching there, it can only help me grow. But any other university or college or something, I won't go. I will stay in South Africa because I mean, like I said, the athletics in South Africa is growing, and it's going in 2, 3 years time, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good that, I mean, like if we look at the sprints in South Africa, we've become world class.
Mm,
It's encouraging, and I mean, I think we are at a very good place.
mm,
And like I said, you're still young, 18. The opportunities will come, and it's just
mm.
like, I always say, when the opportunities come, it's always about sitting back, looking at the options, offer and counter offer, and then you sit back with those you trust and make the decision. Whether it's
Mm.
staying home and being a world class athlete, or looking at other opportunities. As long as you're improving and you become a better athlete, it doesn't matter where you do it. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's wrap it up. Obviously, like you said, there's a lot of things that we talked about, and I mean, I can hear that your mind is in a good place. Okay, let's make the second last question. School. How do you balance, being a world class under 18 and junior athlete, and there's still school. You need to still make sure you do your thing at school. You need to pass. We don't want you repeating years the whole time.
yeah,
How do you balance it out? I think that's a good lesson.
yeah. It was tough in the beginning. Well, when I went to grade 8, it was easy actually because then I trained at the school and I was in the hostel, so everything was like this. So my time
Yeah,
managing was very easy. I mean, 5 seconds and you're at the next place.
yeah,
But as I moved out of the hostel and I moved coaches and everything, it got tougher.
yeah, yeah,
But I managed to get everything done.
yeah,
Like I had like school, and then directly after school I went to training. So everything it was like this, but I enjoyed it. It wasn't like I came home and I was just tired. I was just couldn't do it anymore, and I think it's because I love athletics. I don't mind training. It's where I clear my head. It's actually where I
yeah,
rest. Even if I'm dying at the training session, but it's where I rest my mind, and
yeah,
that for me, I think that's why it doesn't bother me to keep on doing it. Luckily, the year is almost over, and then things will be different. But yeah, as far I could manage it.
All right, cool. I mean, we want balance. It's very
Mm,
important that you balance it. Especially for universities and that type of stuff. So
mm.
yeah, Reynard, Any message to people who support you? I see there's a lot of people here that are showing love. Yo, Niku Straydom is on, bro. And as well as there's so many other people that have logged on to hear you speak and chat. What would you like to tell those who are supporting you, those who back you, through good and bad?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank them. I mean, I have a lot of supporters that I realized last year actually.
Yeah,
Um, and I mean, it's also the athletics is so much more fun with them.
yeah,
Like I work hard every day, and it, like I said, I'm alone in everything. So the support, you don't feel it while you're training, but when you run a race, win or lose, the support is always there, and that
yeah,
also is also what motivates me. I mean, the support will always be there. And yes, there will always be someone turning against you, but that just needs to motivate you because,
yeah,
I mean, that needs to motivate you to keep on working harder so that that person is also like, okay, well, I was bad about him. You know. So yeah, thank to all of them for supporting me, and I hope that I've been a good athlete to support. But yeah,
no, that's good, man. Reynard, thanks a lot for joining us this evening. Yeah, it's been good, man. And yeah, I think from my side, I think keep that same energy, man. I know you're always
mm,
positive. You always, try to have fun. I've seen you in the gym, by Valdu there. You always, you enjoy everything you're doing. You do it with a smile. You do it with a
mm,
bit of a dance move here and there. And that's it. Keep it simple. And I mean, my advice is, man, just always love what you're doing. The more you love
mm,
this sport, the more it will be rewarding for yourself. It's
yeah,
not, it's not gonna be about people. But if you do it for yourself, everybody who watches the journey is gonna be so much more in love with it because they'll see your progress, how hard you
mm,
work and the fun and so on. So yeah, keep shining, keep doing your thing, man. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll chat soon probably.
yeah. Thank you for
All
having me.
right. Super. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it straight from the Reynard's mouth. Uh, Thanks for joining us this evening. It was good. We'll be back again. Today is only Monday. We're just opening the week. Hopefully Tuesday and Thursday you'll be with us. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. We appreciate it. From me, Tama Madima, you've been watching BackChat. Hashtag Daravavenda. Hashtag Nda. You got a hashtag, man?
Hashtag for love for athletics, definitely.
Yeah. Hashtag for the love of athletics. Thanks, guys. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Cheers, buddy.
Bye bye.